like hours, they expand and shrink. Memories blur faster than you think. A moment's forever, the next.
So I'm starting things off a little differently this video, not so much vlog style because I had a lot of things going on for the last couple of weeks in my personal life. Had a little scare with Pumpkin. She's fine, she's wonderful, but that took a lot of my time. So I didn't really film a lot. I did get a lot of knitting done though, just throughout everything. But I decided today, since I don't really have a lot of footage from the work I was doing, I decided instead I wanted to go through all of my WIPs and declutter things and decide whether or not I'm going to continue working on those projects, which is most likely going to be a no for a lot of the things that are upstairs, which we'll get to in a minute. And if I don't like the yarn that I'm going to have in there, I'm going to donate it. If I do like the yarn, I want to rip out whatever project I was working on and salvage the yarn and use it for something else. So starting with downstairs here, I have these cubbies that I have just thrown stuff in for a long time. And I actually cleaned this out the other day. I didn't film it. Again, I wasn't filming a lot. But I had started I had this like blanket yarn jacket that I had started, and I haven't touched it in like a year and a half. I never finished it. I got bored after like the first sleeve, basically. Second sleeve syndrome hit hard on that one. And then I just realized it's not really my style anymore for what I wanted. So I am going to rip that out and donate the yarn because I have no interest in blanket yarn anyway. So I'm going to take care of that. Everything else down here, I did already shove in to the thing in a better way, but let me kind of just walk you through what I have going on. So starting with the middle shelf here, this is where I have a lot of active yarn and also future projects that I plan on working on. Oh, I have to squat. I've been doing a lot of working out and my butt kind of hurts from squatting a lot, so that's fun. The other day, last week, my mother and I went to Michael's because she really wanted to start a colorwork yoke sweater. I forgot what it's called. I think it's My Dear Sweater, I believe is what it was called. And it's cute winter vibes. It has reindeer on it. It was very, very cute. And I got this light blue to go with it. And the color that I got to work the colorway in was a white. So I started working up that sweater right away because my ADHD kicked in. And I realized after doing a few rows of the yoke with the white, I couldn't see the colors. So I decided I'm going to scrap that project because it just wasn't going to work and this is not the yarn for it. But I still really liked the blue, like a lot. It's this really, really cute light blue. It's a Loops and Threads Luxe Merino wool in the shade Chalk Blue. So it's very, very nice soft blue. The yarn is very soft and springy. And I decided I wanted to still use it for a sweater because I liked the color. So I'm making instead, it's called the Real Easy Raglan. It's a free raglan top-down pattern. It's working up very quickly, but I have modified it to use bigger needles because I wanted it to go by fast. So basically how I'm doing it is I am using the blue as the main color and I'm striping in some of the white, and the white is coming out a lot more clear because it's not in just small patches, it's going to be in stripes. So that project is staying. I like how it's coming out. The colors are lovely. I'll show it when I go upstairs. Next I have, this is some leftover yarn from the Mayflower jumper I made. And I don't know what I'm doing with it. This is also leftovers from that same project. This is a cake that I have had for years. I have two of them. I have finally figured out a project I'm doing with it, but it is upstairs at my desk. on hold. I will show that off when I get up there too. So we have those. This is just a random yarn that I use as scrap yarn when I need to like put a safety line or a lifeline in my knitting so I can try it on. I use these for that because they're simple and they're white yarn, so it's usually really easy to see the yarn when it's in a project. So that's all those are. Then we get to these back here. So this is the Mohair Delight. I don't know if it's going to say the yarn color on here. I think it's Artichoke. I think that's the color. It's a lovely green, which is a very classic me color. I like green. Initially, I had gotten this yarn to make a Moby sweater for myself. And then I realized I vastly underestimated how much yarn I needed because I was not in the right mindset to buy yarn. I shouldn't have bought it. I didn't need it. And I'm nowhere near starting that sweater. And by the time I go to order the yarn for it, it's not going to be the same colorway. So I have decided I'm going to use this for something else. I have 5 skeins of it. What I have really been wanting is a Sophie hood. So I will, when I have time, upon the other projects I will be showing you, that is on my list of things to do with this yarn. I think that'll be a lovely addition to my winter wardrobe this year. So I'm going to make that with that. And then I get to this bad boy. Now, Hobby always has amazing deals, and this year they had 5 skeins of wool for $10. Normally they say that the 5 skeins would be $25, $5 per skein. $10 for 5 skeins of 100% wool is a really good deal. This is a lightweight. There are 170 meters in this one skein. I have 10 of them because I wanted to make a sweater with them. However, the picture on the ad or on the listing, I swear was yellow. This is not yellow.
Hey, editing cat here. Just wanted to prove that I'm not crazy. This is what the listing was, and this looks quite yellow to me. Does it not?
This is like a light tan kind of shade, which is still a lovely color and I still like it, but the sweater I had in mind I wanted to do in yellow. And I don't really want to do it in this color, so I need to find another project for that. But I have plenty. 1,700 meters. 1,700 meters of this color. So if you have any great lightweight sweaters that I can use with this lovely tan color, please let me know. I would love your suggestions. And then up here on the top shelf, the only project I have up here is my Honey Bear and Friends scarf that I started. This is being made in Valley Yarns Huntington in this blue and cream color. And I'm not very far in it. This project's going to take me forever to do, but look at how beautiful this is. This is my first time doing double knit. I'm very excited with how it's coming out. And the pattern's mirrored on the other side. Look at how beautiful this is. This is, you can't tell yet, but it's Winnie the Pooh. I'll show it off later when I actually get some progress done. But it's so, so cute. This is something I will cherish forever and ever when I do actually finish it. So those are the 2 shelves that you can see. But when I move my handy side table here, we get to this shelf. Now on this shelf, I have 2 bags with yarn in it. This first one was a gift from my mother. Inside here is all the yarn I need to make whatever this pattern is. It's called the Night Shift. It is a shawl. There's a picture of what the shawl looks like. It is in black and white. My mom prints out her patterns. So that's what we're working with. Basically, she got all this yarn to make this herself, decided that she doesn't have the time to do it, so she gave it to me to make. Now, I do not have any intention on working on this anytime soon, but the yarns that she has given me are Cascade yarns in, I have no idea. It's Cascade yarns. I have a whole bunch of them. And then this is Barocco Ultra Wool. So I have a couple things from Cascade in these lovely, lovely colors. I'm not even showing them, sorry. Let me show you some more here. The solids are Barocco, and the colors here, the multicolors, are the Cascade. And I would love to make this shawl, but I don't know when I'm going to have time. So that's a project that is on hold for now. This project has been on hold on and off so many times. I forget the full name. I will post links for all these patterns that I'm using somewhere down below and show them on the screen as well, so you can see what they're supposed to look like when they're done. But this is a blanket I started, I think, 2.5 years ago. Oop, that's upside down. It is crochet. It is mosaic crochet, so it takes a really, really, really long time, but it's so freaking cute. I love the colors I chose. I got these pinks and grays. At the time, pink was my favorite color. Now it's green, but I still adore it. I am over halfway done. Basically, this is the throw size pattern that she suggests for you. So I do the 3 rows of bone, the bone mosaic on the bottom, followed by the motif of the doggies, followed by 7 rows of bones. And then I do another motif of the dogs, and then another 3 rows of the bones. And that is the full throw. My big issues I have are, as you can see, I haven't woven in any ends, and I don't know if I'm going to. And every row takes 1.5 million years to finish. I still really, really, really want to finish this, mostly just as an extra blanket to have around the house, and also because it's really cute. So this bag, which is my favorite bag I have too, also, of course, has been holding this for about 2.5 years. And that is where it shall remain for a little bit. I do want to finish that one though. So I need to make a list. I think maybe I'll do that at the end of this. A list of projects in the order of which I'm going to work on them. Right now, my main whip is the Moby sweater. Now, let me show you an actual update on this one because I have it right here conveniently. I was working on it before I started filming. And so this one is for my boyfriend. So the body is completely done. The sleeve, I have just finished all the decreases as far as I know. And then I reached the right length that the pattern says, and then I haven't read the next part of the pattern. So I don't know what I'm doing next, but the first sleeve is almost done. I will tell you that much. I would put it on for you. It does technically fit me, but I have more curves than my boyfriend does. So those straight lines down the front are not very straight. Such is the life of a curvy lady, curvy person, anyone who's curvy. So that's what I have down here. I'm going to show you what I got upstairs, which is where the real horror begins. See you there. For all intents and purposes, it's really not all that bad, but to me, I think it's a mess. And I really want to go through it. So let's start with the stuff down here within arm's reach, and then we'll work on the stuff I have tucked in the corner over here. I don't know why this is in here. This is a vest that I finished a while ago, but I hate it because I lost a lot of weight while working on it. So I sucked in the waist very, very dramatically, and it just fits awfully. Okay. I have made the Taylor Swift cardigan multiple times, and this was another attempt at that. I started it here. This is not the original colors. This was on the website. This yarn looked purple. I wanted it to be like a lavender because I was building it based off of, I think, Lover. I don't remember anymore. I wanted it to be purple is all I know. But then I bought it, and then it came to me shipped, and it was like this khaki color. So I was mad. And I also started this 3 or 4 years ago now. So obviously not finishing this anytime soon or ever. I think I'm going to rip it out. I'm going to use this yarn for something else. I don't know what, but I do have, we'll get to that in a second, 3 skeins of this. I had more. I used it for something else. I don't know where that is. I'll figure that out later. So I have 3 skeins of this plus whatever is in here, and 2 skeins of the blue for it. That's quite a bit. I can make something nice with that probably. I have some ChiaoGoo needles. 5.5 millimeter. Nice. And then I went through a Tunisian crochet phase, and I really loved this yellow. And I made multiple squares in this honeycomb stitch. I'll move closer so you can actually see it. I made multiple squares in this honeycomb stitch, I think with the intention of trying to make like a Harry Styles style of cardigan or something. I don't know. But I got very bored working on these because I'm not a granny square kind of person. So I gave up on that project. So that's just sitting in here. I don't think I'll do anything with those squares. It is acrylic yarn. I remember this yarn very distinctly. And then I made these gray squares to go with it. These ones were just normal, simple double crochet. It's not worth looking at. I'm being real with you. So these I think I will just scrap. Like a pile for trash. And then this is just trash that was left in the bag. And look, we emptied a bag. I think I'll just use this bag for yarn I want to save so I can keep it organized, and I'll plan out projects with them later. So we have that. Next, I have one of my pounds of yarn, Pound of Love from Lion Brand in the shade Olive, I believe. Yep, this is what I used for my Evermore Taylor Swift cardigan. I still love this green. I still think it came out really nice on that cardigan. I still have plenty of it left to make something nice fit, so I will save this as well. But nothing is active with it. Look at the next bag before I get to the loose yarn. Okay. I was making a granny hexagon cardigan. I have a few skeins of this sparkle mandala yarn from Lion Brand. It's really cute, but they're not really my colors anymore. Gosh, I have so many of it. 5 skeins. I have no interest in this whatsoever, so I am going to rip that out. I have so much of this yarn and I have no interest in the yarn either. So I think I'm going to donate all of that. I have 5 skeins, nearly 5 full skeins of this that I'm going to donate. And then the only other thing in here are 6 skeins of thick and easy, super bulky woolies in black. There is a lot of this in here. I think I can make a really quick couple of scarves, but knitting with black is awful. I don't know why I bought this. This is years old. Wait, what is this receipt? Is there a date? Oh my gosh. January 2nd, 2022. Why did I buy this? Oh, wait, it's the same bag. I have two of these. Let's go. That's the one I have downstairs in my dog bone bag. That's awesome. Well, I'm going to empty this one. I'm going to put this black yarn in here because I have so much of it. I don't want to waste it. And I could probably make like a really chunky, quick sweater would be really great with that probably. And you can always go good with a classic black sweater. So I think that could work out really nicely. And now I have an empty bag, which I will hold on to because I like that bag. Not all of this is yarn in here. I have a lot of other hobbies that I have started. Let's move some of this. So when Joann's was closing, sorry, don't fall. When Joann's was closing, my mom and I went and we purchased a lot of yarn I didn't really need. But my favorite yarn from them was this sage green big twist. I bought it with no purpose, but I did buy it with this brown big twist tweed. So I think what I want to do, I still really want to use it because it's my favorite shade of green, and RIP Big Twist. I will make a sweater out of these. I don't know how yet. I don't know which one, but I have a vision in my head of like the green body with the sage. I have so much of this. Oh my gosh. A green body with the sage and like the cuffs on the collar, bottom button band in the brown. I don't know. It's way too much for it, definitely, but I will do that. I have an extra skein of this big twist here. I don't need it. I used it for something else. I'm going to donate this as well. Next, we have a special guest, which is my Winnie the Pooh that I've had since I was 4 years old. He hides in the closet because I don't want my dog to get to him. But my best friend from when I was 4. Isn't he so sweet? He can hang out here. You can't see him, but he'll hang out there. My needle felting face. Move that to the side. Okay. I made a baby blanket for my nephew several years ago now, because he's like, I think almost 3. And I have so much of it left over. So I have this pink, orange, this green that is falling apart, and this blue. I don't care about blanket yarn. I'm going to donate that too. I have no children on the way or anyone I know who has children. I don't want it. I'm getting rid of it. And that is another bag empty. That was all that was in that one. Well, I say another bag empty. I put the big twist that I wanted to save in my other bag. But smooth that over here. Okay. I remember this one right away. This was a pattern I started working on. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a summer wrap dress thing that I was just making into a dress. Let me actually get up and show you this one because I got some progress on it done. I just got bored. So I was using this Caron Jumbo Ombre. I thought the colors were really, really pretty. I still like them a lot, actually. Oh, I have a hook in there. What do you know? And it's just your typical triangle cups that you would do in crochet with the body that is probably like a midi dress at this point. I'm going to hit the mic, so I'll mute here, probably. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I'm so close to the end, genuinely just have to do like a few more inches on it and I'm done. I have so much of the yarn left. I have no intention of making it a full size. I think it was my intention at first, but I don't have a place to wear this to. I don't go to the beach. I live in Tennessee. There's no beach here. We're inland. And I'm not a party goer. So I think this project is a scrap. So I will donate this yarn. So this is a donate, and I will frog that to donate that as well. And I have a free hook now, 5.5 millimeter. Let's go. Put that with my needles I found. I'm making a mess over here. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I thought about this one and I hope I can find the rest of the yarn. I don't know where it is. The orange I used, let me show you it first. I had this idea for on camera, these colors are kind of not cute. Maybe they are. I don't know. I had this idea to make a boat neck, four squares sewn together, oversized sweater. I had these colors. I don't know why I got them. I don't remember getting them, but I had the yellow, which is the yellow I remember getting. It's the same one I used for this. The orange and the gray I don't remember getting though. I don't remember. But I had them and I was using them. I was gonna make this like a oversized pullover sweater and very 70s colors, and I really liked it at first, but looking at it now, I kind of don't. I don't know where the yellow is or the orange. Well, like I said, the orange I was using to make a little blanket for Pumpkin that she has over by the window. I made that years ago, and that's all that was in this bag. So another empty bag, but this is scrapped because I don't know the rest of the yarn is. Well, the gray I found. Just kidding. Okay. I don't know what I was starting here, but it looks like the side of a bodice based on the shape coming off of this gray. I have so much of this gray. I found the yellow. Okay, I found the yellow. The orange I think I used all of though. And then I have a different gray. So yeah, this is a different one. This is a chunky gray. I don't need these, is ultimately what this comes down to though. So I'm going to donate all of these as well. It's hot in here and I'm surrounded by yarn. You can't see my floor, but I'll show it to you before I pick it all up. I went through a blanket yarn phase. I remember the project I had in mind for this. I was really into capes, like the winter capes that you wear, but I don't have any outfits that call for that kind of thing. So I don't know why I thought I could pull it off. I don't know what you wear with them, but the idea I had was to make this blanket yarn cape, and I wanted it to be like a polar bear, so I put a hood on it and it would have little ears. But now I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to donate 9 skeins of burnout blankets. Someone's going to be very happy. Yeah, I'm just going to donate it. I don't need it. Okay. I was into very intricate granny squares for a little bit there, and then I realized I don't like making granny squares because they take too long. This is a 3-dimensional granny square, so the petals come out and up, and it's beautiful, and I wanted to make it in rainbow. I had used this yarn, it's this big twist yarn. I had used it to make a granny square bag back when I actually had the patience to work on them. And that bag came out so nice. It came out really, really nice. I don't think I have any pictures of it anymore. If I do, I'll insert one. But I have that in this bag here. I think I'll keep the square and maybe like put it on display somewhere because it's really nice. But I have no intention of making this again. So as for the big twist yarn, it's just 1 skein of each of the colors. So I have orange, cream, this like burgundy red or like burnt red, pink, whatever, purple, green, blue, and yellow. It's just 1 skein of each, and they're like half skeins. So I will wind those up and donate them. I'm sure we can find a use for them somewhere. A lot of these projects are crochet projects because I didn't really start knitting again until this year. And most of the things in this closet are 2+ years old. So I remember the pattern for this one distinctly. I don't remember what it's called, but this was very complex. It's a pattern that uses your measurements, and it's a whole bunch of cotton in here. It is Hobby Lobby cotton, so great quality and all. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby anymore. This is before I knew anything about that company. I love this cotton. I have it in this pink and this white. I'm never finishing this. I hate it. It's like a cropped jacket. The idea was very cute, but I don't want to work on it again. So all of this will be donated. All of that. That's like, I think like 7 skeins of yarn in there. So that'll be good. This will just be thrown away. And that is it for the bottom shelf. So all I'm saving from the bottom side is really not a lot at all. I have the bulky black wool, the Woolies wool that I had from the Taylor Swift cardigan. So that was the tan and blue. And then the sage green and brown big twist. So I have these ones and then these. And that's all I saved down here. Oh yeah, and the giant skein of Lion Brand in green. Lion Brand in green. So that's much more empty now. Let me show you my floor. It's pretty bad right now. So this is what you see in here. Pumpkin has come to join us because she's amazing. Hi, baby girl. This is not organized enough to what I can tell, but all the yarn over here is going to be donated and wound up. Yeah. And then these are my empty bags that I had. And now we have to move to the top shelf. Yay. Decided to move you a little closer so you can see a little bit better this time. Okay, what do I have up here? Go through that in a second. I think I still have stuff from my previous relationship in that bag because I'm a hoarder. So I'm going to just put this to the side. There was a trend. I think you're too close. Hold on. It's a little better. There was a trend of everyone making, I think it was a Prada bag that was made of raffia, and I really wanted to jump on that trend. So I decided I wanted cobalt blue. I think it was the color at the time. And this was awful to work with, and I'm never doing that again. I have this skein of one random loose skein of this weird green. And then a couple random granny squares in here. I have this one. Yeah, this is just like garbage. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, my planned pooling phase. Let's go. I was trying to plan pooling out. Oh, that looks so cool on camera. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should finish these. If you don't know what planned pooling is, there are some yarns that if you work them up in a certain stitch, generally the seed stitch, which is just a crochet, one single crochet, chain one, and like you're crocheting in the chain spaces basically, it works out to this like plaid pattern. So I have it in this color. It's really, really cool. And then this one I also have, it's the wrong skein. That's upside down. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, I need to finish these. I have 2 skeins of this red and black one. So I am going to save these and finish them because this is really cool. There's no color changing involved. Like I'm not changing colors to make this. It's just from the skein of yarn. So that's really absolutely sick. I will finish this. I'm going to add that to my list of things to finish. My mom had given me this random rainbow yarn, and I decided I wanted to try planned pooling on it. So I did. And it started out really good, but then it got a little weird. I remember that. It started out like really good down here on the bottom, and then it kind of turned into like a Rorschach test as we get closer to the top here. So this I am going to frog. I have the hook in here still. Nice. I'm going to frog this, and I have no idea what I'm going to use this yarn for, but it's actually wool, so I'll probably use it for something nice. And then I got a couple of random skeins because I wanted to try plan pooling on like every yarn I could find. This was a phase I went through. It was crazy. Like, oh, I got some hooks in here. Wonder where those were. Found them. Thank you. So this purple and blue one I never tried, so I can actually just donate that. That's fine. I did try it on this old Big Twist. I didn't get very far, as you can see. I got bored. So I'm going to donate this one too. But the other ones that I have started, I will finish because those look sick. I'm going to tuck those back in this bag. I'm going to move this to the bottom shelf with the other stuff I'm saving. Okay. Monstera leaf. I think I had the intention of making some fake plants to go around my house because I don't have the capability to take care of actual ones. So I have that. I have one random Monstera leaf. More raffia yarn. Or raffia, not even yarn, just raffia. Okay. This was my first attempt at the Nami top, and I was using the color Wonderland yarns. This is Wonderland yarns. I don't remember the color, but it was coming out looking really, really pretty. Like the little yellow and blue specks were coming out like flowers, and I really liked it. But I didn't have enough yarn. I still have some left, but I think this is just one panel, and I never finished the other one. So yeah. So I should probably scrap this and put this yarn to use somewhere else. I have the pattern that came with it in a drawer over there. So I will save this because it's really nice yarn. And I like that brand a lot. I got way too many of these cakes from Hobby when I first placed. I think it was like the first order I placed. I didn't know what type of yarn this was. I didn't understand that it was like 4 single strands of cotton, like fingering weight cotton in one unplied. And I made a couple shawls, which I can show off another time. But I just needed something else to do with it. So I started making this Asteria and got bored because it's taking forever. It's really pretty. But I was never going to be able to finish this cake with that. So I don't know. I have, I think, like 2 more of these cakes. I don't know what to do with them. I'll probably donate those too. It's a really good donation. It's really nice yarn. Yeah. What is this? Oh. Now, where did this come from? Sunseeker Multis. It's Cascade yarn. Why on earth did I get this? This had to have been a gift from my mom. Let's lay down, baby girl. Pumpkin is now laying in my trash and scraps. I don't know when I got this. I think this was a gift from my mom. I feel like I have to use it. But these are not my colors anymore. I don't know. They're pretty pinks and grays. They've got like some metallic sparkle in them. I have 3 hanks, so this is enough to make something. Nice top. 217 meters per, so I have like 600 meters of this. I will find a pattern for these. These are nice. I'll keep these. I was attempting to write a pattern because writing crochet patterns is so much easier than knitting patterns. And I was making like a beach shawl wrap cardigan thing. I got, Joann's had these and they were limited time and I really liked them. It was this Big Twist Vista. And they came in these cakes of these colors, and I have one in orange as well that I have touched, but I forgot about until just this minute. But I had like 3 or 4 of these. And it's very, very long. So it goes down to about my knees. This is the back panel. And then I started the front on one of them. Oop, let go. Okay. I started the front and then I gave up. I don't really crochet much anymore, if I'm being honest with you. And similar to the beach dress that I am donating over there, I don't live near a beach. I don't like the beach. I think I was just trying to write patterns and try and sell them so I could try and monetize crocheting in a different way. But I'm not a pattern writer. I can be. I write my own things, but I'm not really much for designing. This is a cute notebook, though. I might keep it. The pen, I'm definitely keeping. It is this glittery pink pen. Let's go. Yeah. So I like the yarn. I can probably make some really cute cotton top, a really cute cotton top with it. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to frog that, and I'm going to save that yarn and make it for something else. And then there's only one bag left in this corner. And I remember exactly what this is before I even pull it out. I spot this pattern on Etsy before I knew what Ravelry was. I'm not gonna lie. I liked Etsy more than Ravelry when I was younger. And it was called the Outlander shawl, or the Outlander shawl, I believe. And I did not read the instructions or the listing very clearly when I purchased it. And I did not realize that this was in Tunisian crochet, which is what started my Tunisian crochet phase, because I wanted to learn how to do it because it was really pretty. And this is as far as I got. It was taking an astounding amount of time. The idea was that it changes colors eventually as it goes longer and longer. And it was going to stripe it with this purple. This is now, I think, 4 years old. I don't like Tunisian crochet. I think it looks really cool. I like that it's crochet but replicating knitting. I think it's a really unique style, but I do not enjoy it. This was in the Impeccable Yarns. I like this yarn. This is the same yarn I used for the I forget the name of it every time. The Mayflower jumper, the green one with the white flowers that I've made. It blocked really, really well, and it came out very soft after blocking. So I think I'm going to take this yarn and make a different sweater, because this is not happening. But I still like the colors. I think the gray and the purple together would be really cute, really nice. So this is going to be another frog and keep the yarn. And that's it. That's all I have in here. So let me move away from this clutter and breathe away from my closet, and I will wrap up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like what you saw and you want to stick around, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I put out videos every other Sunday, and I usually have some cozy videos to just kind of put on the background while you work on your own project. And if that sounds like something you're into, maybe drop a subscribe. Maybe give the video a thumbs up if you like to see this content. If you want to see more stuff like this. And I'm going to sit here and untangle this yarn so I can wind it all up. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.